As usual, we're going to wait and see if anybody shows up. Hi, Hollister. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm doing a little another impromptu live. I know you guys aren't used to seeing me so often. I know you're not used to seeing me so often. Guys, okay, so let me just tell you what just happened. I'm going to read from the screen up here. They have released Harry's visa documents and the government is still protecting him. Let me explain. So the documents related to Prince Harry's US visa application were unsealed in court. They were very heavily redacted. And remember, this was all done due to the Freedom of Information request from the Heritage Foundation. So they release a couple of documents that are very heavily redacted. They did not release his actual application. They didn't release the application. So we still have no idea what he checked on his application. I don't understand. Now, in the court documents, it says, plaintiff alleges that the record should be disclosed for public confidence in the government, and it would suffer or establish whether Harry was granted preferential treatment. The records, this is what it says, the records do not support an allegation, but show a regulatory process involved in reviewing and granting immigration benefits, which was done in compliance with the Immigration and Nationalization Act and rules and regulations. But again, they did not release the actual application. So we still don't know what he checked. All they said was, well, he applied and we went through the process. It's like, I get very irritated. And the reason that I get irritated is because I think most of you know by now, my husband is not American. And what we had to go through, I mean, he was already in the country when we met. So he was here on a work visa. He was here legally. We got married. But just because we were married, that doesn't give him the right to stay here. We still had to fill out paperwork. We had to wait. We had to go in and we'd gotten married. I'd gotten pregnant, had a miscarriage, got pregnant again, had a baby. And that baby was over a year old before we finally got into our immigration, the meeting where they find out if we're a real marriage or not. And we had to jump through hoops. It took years. So I don't understand why Harry is getting a pass. Harry's getting a pass because he's Harry. Harry should not be in this country if Harry is using drugs. You are a guest in this country and you're influencing the younger generation. You and your wife want to be influencers. And so you're influencing the younger generation, but you're using drugs and saying, oh yeah, the marijuana really helped. Oh yeah, those psychedelics, they wiped the windshield. I can't wait till his kids grow up and start using, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to grow up and realize that, generational pain. They were cut off from the royal family. Dad, mom didn't let us out of the house. They're going to have all kinds of issues and they're probably going to turn to drugs. It's going to be Harry's fault. But it really irritates me that they put in all this information and the judge says, well, we need to protect Harry's privacy. So we're going to redact all of these things. We don't need any of that information. We just need to know how he checked the box. That's all we want to know. Did he check the box? Yes or no, he uses drugs. That's it. And even now, the government will not give that information. They'll simply say that the information, it was done correctly. They won't say whether Harry lied. It's very irritating. It really upsets me. This man is living in my country as a guest and is not being held to the same standard as everybody else. He's a drug abuser. He's got severe mental health issues. He needs to get out of my country. He shouldn't be here. If he was any other Joe Blow who came here as a guest and wrote a book where he admits that he's a drug user, he'd be deported in a heartbeat. I mean, this is terrible. Yeah. You know what? You'll love this story. My son was born in August. We went in on September 7th. Remember, he was already a year old. We went in on September 7th. My husband went September 9th down to Charleston because at the time that was the only place you could go to get fingerprinted and, they finish up your stuff. And 2 days later, September 11th happened and all the immigration stuff came to a grinding halt. And a day after that, his green card came in the mail. So, not quite royal. I get it. They've released Melania's immigration papers, Melania's mother's immigration papers. Why should Harry not be held to the same standard as everybody else? It's not right. Countess, you're exactly right. Rules for thee, but not for me. Exactly. That's exactly what just happened here. It's not right. What's going on? It's not right at all. So they didn't release the actual application. They released some documents that were so heavily redacted, there was nothing there, and we still don't know if he checked the box or not. So I hope the Heritage Group keeps going. I hope they don't stop and say, "What is this? We want to know how he checked this box." That's got nothing to do with his privacy. Either he checked the box that he's using drugs, or he lied and said, "No, I'm not using drugs." That's all we want to know. And of course, of all the information they gave, that's the one thing they didn't give. I mean, I got to be honest, Royal Chatterbox, I don't think the royal family's behind that. I think the royal family is just letting Harry hang himself at this point. They've cut him off. They're not talking to him anymore. I mean, it's not good. So, yeah, no, I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted beyond words. I just think that's terrible. And the only thing I can say about this at this point is that I really, really hope that the Heritage Group continues to get the information, because it's very obvious that while the judge changed his mind, he still didn't release the information. We still didn't get what we were. It's one question. I use drugs. Checkbox, yes or no. That's all we want to know. And they're giving us everything but what we need or what we are asking for. That's really irritating. Oh my God. And I'll tell you something else. Where Trump said I wouldn't deport him, I'm sorry. I don't believe that, because that would be setting a precedent, because there are lots of other people that apply for visas to come into the country. And if they admit, oh yeah, I used drugs 10 years ago, they don't get the visa. So I think by not deporting Harry, it's setting a dangerous precedent for other people coming in. So, and now you've got, like everybody's screaming about all the illegals being thrown out. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole political thing, but if you're going to deport them, yes, they're criminals. I get it. But if you're going to deport them, Harry needs to go. That's all I'm saying. Zephyr, Harry's never going to leave on his own, because his wife is here. She's never going to leave the United States, and she's not going to let the kids out of the United States, and she won't go back to the UK. So if Harry has to leave, the kids will stay here. They'll divorce. That'll be her excuse to finally dump him off. Oh, I love him, but they destroyed our marriage. The press, and then there'll be another book deal about the divorce and what went on behind closed doors, blah, 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 blah. And in the meantime, he's going to have to fight for custody to see his kids. Anywhere, I just think it's terrible. That's all I want to say. I just think it's horrible that after all of this time, the information that they released was not the information that was even asked for. They put some other information up, redacted it, and put it out to everybody. And that's not even what we asked for. That's not even what was asked for. So it's very frustrating that, like I said before, rules for thee, but not for me. Harry and Meghan seem, You know what? I think I'm going to start a foundation. I'm going to let you guys donate to it. I'm going to keep 95% for administrative fees. And the other 5%, I'm going to give to charities, and I'm going to collect awards for being philanthropic and giving out the money that you guys gave me, because that's what they do. That's what they're doing. Essentially, they don't give any of their own money. They give out money that's donated to them from other people. And then they run around collecting awards for this hard work they do when their own tax records show they only work an hour a week. They're a joke. If Harry is using drugs, Harry needs to get out of my country because he's a guest. So, whoo. Okay. So I see a lot of comments. We don't want him in the UK. He doesn't have to go. Listen, Meghan's a Nigerian princess. Why don't they go live in Nigeria? I'm sure Nigeria would put them up in luxurious accommodations, free security, the best of everything. Why don't they go live in Nigeria? Missy, let me just say, this is not, I'm pretty sure this is not over. I'm pretty sure the Heritage Foundation is going to point out the fact that the only information he wanted wasn't given. And that's got nothing to do with Harry's privacy. So, and let's see, Empress. The only place they're welcome is Guantanamo. No, they can just go back to Nigeria. She's a Nigerian princess. I'm telling you. Oh my God, it's crazy. Well, you guys, now that this has come out, I'll be adding it to my video for tomorrow. There's a lot in tomorrow's video. There's a lot. And you know me, I brought it's loaded with videos because you know me, I bring my proof. If I say it, I prove it. There's lots of videos and photographs and all kinds of footage in there. And yeah, that's it. Any other questions before I let it go? And yes, it's making a mockery of our country. I completely agree. It's making a mockery of our immigration system. Really. Do I think Harry's working for the CIA? No, he's too stupid. He's just too stupid. I'm telling you, in my opinion, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it one more time. I feel like Harry came over on a diplomatic visa that was already in place. And he stayed on the diplomatic visa, which was highly inappropriate because he was no longer working for the royal family. But that's why Homeland Security was protecting him. Homeland Security was with them when they were at the Twin Towers. Homeland Security was seen with them in California. And because he was, Prince Harry. But it became very obvious that he couldn't stay on that visa forever. And after Biden got into office, then Harry applied for the visa and it went through immigration and he got the visa. That's when he got the job at Better Up and he started working. He didn't work the first few months he was here. He couldn't really take a job or do anything because that would have been illegal. You can't work when you're on a diplomatic visa, or you're not. Let me say that again. You're not supposed to work on a diplomatic visa. So, hey, it's Trevor called. Hey, Trevor. Trevor, our immigration judge sucks. I'm not happy at all. But anyway, yeah. So we don't know what kind of visa he's on. They haven't told us that either. But of all the information they released, the one thing they should have released was whether he checked the box, and they didn't release it. Oh, wait. Thank you, Honesty and Truth. Says, wait a minute. She has Irish roots now. The woman is insane. Wait a minute. She's got Irish roots? What? What? I missed something. Okay. Oh my God. Sweet Spot. She's already doing that. I said before, I was actually thinking about this. I could start a foundation and keep 95, I'd run it through Delaware, keep 95% of the profits for, expenditures, and give out 5% to my local charities and have my name put on plaques and get awards. And everybody will talk about what a fabulous person I am for giving out other people's money. What do you say? I can't do that. If I was to start a foundation and I was to get actual donations to a foundation, I'd have to give 100% of the funds. I couldn't do that. I'm not a thief. I couldn't do that. I think Harry should be deported. Stormy Seas, that's exactly the point I was making about my husband. I'm not saying that people shouldn't come to the country, but you should come legally. And the second you cross the border illegally, you're a criminal. And in any other country, they would arrest you and immediately deport you. And by the way, the United States is the only place where you can have a baby and the baby gets immediate citizenship. Trump is trying to change that now. So it's like, why don't you come on over, have your baby, but you're not going to get any benefits. You're not going to get anything. And the second he does that, people will start running they'll stop with the anchor baby thing. But yeah, it is what it is. But this whole Harry should get away with it because he's Princess Diana's son is really running thin for me. Anyway, Witty Wanderer, we don't know what kind of visa because they redacted all the information. So we have no idea what kind. Hey, Rhonda, I'm happy you caught alive. Let's see what else. Oh, Trevor. I enjoy your lives too, Trevor. By the way, your troll on Twitter is having a meltdown and insists that my name is Leslie Shaw and I really don't live in South Carolina. I'm in New Jersey. He put that up again, or she put that up again today. So, okay. And bring you on to rant. You want to rant about the United States Immigration Service, Trevor? Because, damn. Okay, hold on. Hold on, Trev. But this is going to be short because you know why, guys? I have to be a good wife and cook dinner because I'm the best wife in the world. Paste. All right, I sent you a link, Trevor. I'll bring you on so you can rant, but not for long. I don't land. 13 pages of redactions. Exactly. Oh, my God. This is the best meltdown on X I've ever seen in a long time. We're all melting down. Yeah, this isn't going to go, the people in the United States citizens are not going to tolerate this. This is such crap. The only thing we wanted to know was whether he checked the box. That was all we wanted to know. And it's the only thing we didn't get. Such a joke. Okay, wait a minute. Here comes Trevor. Okay, Trevor, rant.
Oh, Susan, I'm so angry.
So am I.
I'm so angry that you've saved me tonight, and your subscribers, your wonderful followers, you've saved me because do you know what? I was microscopic instance from going live and having a rant about shit, and I won't do it now because I'm not going to go live now because you brought me on your channel, and I apologize if I'm stopping, but what a ginger piece of shit he is. And do you know what? I think Donald Trump is brilliant. He's a great president, but he's let me down tonight, the piece of shit. What's he done? What's the Heritage Foundation? What's the point? What? Redacted? Oh my God. Do you know what? I just think, now, I don't know if President Trump's, it's very quick. This has happened so quickly through the courts, let's be honest. So let's not blame him. But see within 24 hours, if this isn't sorted, then fuck Trump. Fuck him. I mean, this needs sorted. Leslie?
I mean, they released information, but it was all redacted. And the one thing, all we wanted to know was, did he check the box for drugs, yes or no?
No, we won't know. We won't know. We won't know.
You don't have to release any other information. That's all the Heritage Group wants to know. That's all we want to know. And and they didn't do it.
Right. No. First of all, my spidey senses is going, it's redacted for a reason. If he hasn't lied, it wouldn't have been redacted, right?
Exactly.
So the little ginger Timu prince has lied so much that it's been redacted. And why is it being redacted? Because he's on a diplomatic passport. It's not an ordinary passport. He's on a diplomatic passport. In other words,
he can't be on a diplomatic visa. I think he was on one when he first came over.
Yep.
Which is why he had Homeland Security protection.
Yep.
But you can't work on a diplomatic visa. So I think he waited till Trump was out of office, Biden was in, then he applied for whatever visa he's got.
Do you know, though, and I've checked it, a diplomatic visa can be extended under senior authority. So if the king has spoken directly, which we know the king didn't, but what we all know is the king sent the Prince of Wales, who had a private conversation with the president.
That's
Didn't it?
true. That's
So
true.
let's be honest. The king's son had a private chat with the president, and that would have involved information to protect the little ginger bastard. Of course it would have. And I am fuming. I am fuming because you know what?
Yeah, I'm not
President
happy.
Trump is meant to be diplomatic. He's meant to be transparent. But I do believe, and I'm not going to put this on Trump. I'm not going to blame Trump for this.
You don't put it
What
on
is-
Trump, you put it on Biden, because Biden was in office, the records were not being released. But the second Biden was out.
Well, Sue, let's now look at reality. Trump's now the president. So let's not blame. I mean, I'm sick of people blaming the previous presidents. Let's look at the one in the office. Let's look at the one in the Oval Office. So the president is in the Oval Office. He's meant to be transparent. And he is 99% of the time. I'm not having to go at your president. I'm just saying he's had a private meeting with the Prince of Wales, the son of the king. Now, in my opinion, I do believe there may have been nobody can put pressure on the president. That's a lie. But I do believe there may have been listen, Donald, we know he's a little cunt, but we know he's destroying everyone. But come on. Dad asked me a favor. Dad said,
Keep it.
Can you please just, put him under your mental health care? Just make sure he's okay. I mean, they've got a Netflix show coming out and that's disabled. I mean, let's just keep an eye on them for a minute. And then dad will maybe do a favor for you in the near future.
No, I don't think that happened. I don't think William would look at the president of the United States and talk about his wayward brother. Sorry. Okay, really quick. Wait a minute. I have to put this up. I have a cooking channel, Christine. It's on The Secret Life of Sue. The link is down in the description box of my videos.
Really?
Yes, I cook them there.
Why are you leaving, Sue? You going to make dinner for the husband?
Yeah. He just got home from work. Poor guy. Need to make dinner.
Why don't you jog on and make and I'll keep your guests entertained.
No, they can go to your channel and get entertained.
No,
I think now Gardner from the Heritage Foundation is going to continue. I think he's going to say, "Excuse me, Your Honor, this is the only information we wanted to know. Did he admit to the drug use?" And they did not release the application. Now, let me just point one other thing out, Trevor. Back when this whole thing first started, Homeland Security knew they were going to have to come up with that application. And so when the judge ordered it, remember, Homeland Security asked for a 2-3 week extension, claiming they couldn't find the application. It was proving harder to find than they thought. So there was a lot of question of whether he even filled an application out. Well, we don't even know. And now they're not releasing the application. It's making me wonder if he even filled one out. If Biden didn't just say, let him do whatever. And there's no application.
Well, Sue,
just a thought.
In the last 24 hours, I find myself in a unique position. So if anyone from the Heritage Foundation is out there, I'm willing to throw 50 grand at you to keep digging.
Oh my. Okay. Before you get rid of all your money, let's, you're frozen. Trevor, you're frozen. Pinkie Pie, yes. Other people's drug use has been released. So if we believe Harry is a person, then his usage, exactly. There have been other high profile people, big name people that have wanted to come into the United States and have admitted to drug use years earlier. And they were denied visas. They were told they couldn't come in. So I'm sorry, but I don't think it's right that, you're doing that. Zephyr, yes, exactly. Tell him to stop spending his money. Although he has a lot of it to spend now. But yes, it looks like Harry is above the law. He's free to do whatever he wants to do. That's just crazy. Anyway, Anyway, that's the update, and you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's video. I'm adding that to the video, but you guys are not going to believe what's in tomorrow's video. It is just absolutely shocking. There's so much information. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'm going to go and cook some dinner. Don't forget to go to my other channel. Oh, wait a minute. I think Trevor's coming back in the green room. I'll let him come on and say goodbye if he's up. All right, now you froze with a big smile on your face going,
Do you know what? I'm always
Well,
going to freeze. My life is freezing with a smile on my face. I do appreciate you inviting me on your channel. You've got wonderful subscribers, great following.
yes,
I hope
do.
you grow. I hope you keep going towards the stars. I was saying that I
You're
find
going to get
myself.
6,000. Trevor, people are writing on here, Trevor, buy property. Trevor, save your money. Trevor, stop it.
Oh no, Sue. Listen, the amount of financial experts have reached out to me in the last 24 hours has been outstanding.
I have absolutely no doubt.
Listen, I have a duty of care, not only to myself and my family, I get that, but I also believe I have a duty of care to not only my friends and people that subscribe to me, members. I have a duty of care to getting the right answers. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, myself and you and so many other people have taken shit for the last 3 or 4 years of a certain person on Twitter, and they have done their best to try and destroy all our lives. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, they've been tweeting like crazy today. I think they're having like a full-on meltdown. They're putting up videos from 3 years ago.
Good. Let them do it. Let them do it. And here's something.
It's really funny to watch. They're like melting down. It's hilarious.
Well, here it is, Sue. And I haven't done this on my own channel. I'll do it here. I'm going to say it here.
Oh,
I did offer a £5,000 English reward for someone that brings me verified information of who's behind that account. Yeah.
Did you get it?
No.
Okay, not yet.
But I'm going to offer £7,500 now, Sue.
That's like $10,000.
Well, there we go. I can afford it. No.
Wait a minute. So, Alexa, how much is £7,500 in US dollars?
From currency-rate.today. As of today, at 3 a.m. UTC 7000, Bosnia-Herzegovina, mark is equal to dollar used 3,750.68 or United States dollar 3,750 as $68.
So essentially, each it's like another $1,500. So it's close to $9,000.
So basically, you're asking Google, who's from Bosnia, what the fuck's going on? That doesn't even make sense, right? Listen, I haven't done it on my own channel. I will later today, several hours later. However, I will do it this, and I don't care, Sue. I've waited 10 years for settlement from the MOD. I have an MOD settlement. I'm quite okay financially. So on your channel, I'm going to up it from £5,000 to £7,500, and whoever brings me. But I don't want emails which are fucking nonsense. Like someone says this, someone says that, I don't want that shit. I want proof who's behind that account, and I will transfer £7,500 into your bank account in minutes if you can prove who it is. Thank you for that.
Well, there's no honor among thieves, so I'm pretty sure that somebody's going to want that money, and they're going to.
And I do not want, as long as I get 100% equivocally proof who's behind that account, and I can sue them and I can take legal action, I will not mention where I got the information from. I will not mention who gave me it. I don't care who you are. I will sign a waiver to say we will never talk about who you are, and you can take the money and go and spend it. But I am going to get that person, and I'm going to expose them, Sue, and I'm going to finish them. You
do it, Trevor.
And it's not a bounty. It's a reward.
It's a reward.
It's a reward for information.
Hey, Trevor.
Yep.
Why don't you reach out to Trump and tell him to do something about the fact that we don't have the information that we've been waiting for?
Because I don't know people in his immediate circle. I mean, I know
you can email the White House.
I've been to the White House. I know how to get in there. I've had dinners in the White House too. But
you can email them. You can email them.
Listen, I think I will be honest with you. I think right now is not the time to email anywhere near the West Wing because I honestly believe, and I think we all understand, that President Trump, whether you're a fan or a foe, is extremely busy at the minute. And the last thing he needs is some ginger little prick from England emailing him nonsense. Is that not a fact?
That is a fact, Trevor. All right. Well, thank you for popping on. I've been on for 30 minutes. I got to go make dinner now, but don't forget to watch my video tomorrow.
I will. Have a wonderful night. Thanks to all your subscribers. You're all wonderful.
Bye,
Let's get that shared, though.
We will share it.
£7,500. Let's find this person. Let's expose them, and let's get to the bottom of this online stalking that we've all.
That's a lot of money, Trevor.
I don't care.
Oh my God. All right.
Bye.
Have a nice night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.